There are many things beyond our ken, hidden facets of our primitive past, only lightly disguised by the veneer of civilization. Last Walpurgis Eve, the night when demons walk abroad, as the forlorn moon rode across the pitted industrial sky, it cast jaundiced illumination onto a weed-choked mound of damp earth that marks the final resting place of Albert Shovelbottom. The last of the Barnsley Draculas. It was in 1938 in Grimethorpe in a chip shop that Albert was killed by a piece of steel-tipped, silver-tipped tripe and a sliver of deep-frozen black pudding thrust through his waistcoat. His fangs were pulled by a dentist who stood 6'4", never smoked, never drank, and made all his own frocks. And his fangs were made into pickle forks for a staff dinner at the UCP. To all intents and purposes, the horror that had been Albert was forgotten until that fateful witch's Sabbath, when a recently adopted tomcat, who was feeling very lightheaded, apparently the vet was short-sighted, chased a wind-blown kipperbone onto the grave of Albert, where it began to meow in a high-pitched fashion, telling the other cats of his operation. That hapless creature failed to notice a dirt-crusted hand that rose from the soil, grasped it by the gullet, and although Albert had no teeth, he gave that cat a hell of a suck. The head of Albert rose, and soon the horror that was forgotten now became part of the present. He brushed the clay off his bowler hat, took a pinch of snuff, and tottered to the Doncaster bypass. On the way, he drained 2 cyclists, a pensioner, and got breathalyzed. He lurched into a pub that was known locally as Twiggy's Chest, mainly because the beer was flat and warm. The thing stood at the bar and ate a packet of cashews, and a man came up and asked Albert to join the local cricket team. It was understandable because he had the makings of a first-class bat. And then, by a strange quirk of fate, the landlady fell in love with him. Her name was Agnes. She was 7'3", she was thin, she had red hair, and was known locally as the Towering Inferno. She had many things that men admire, muscles and a dueling scar. She was so cross-eyed when she cried, the tears ran down her back. And the bags under her eyes were so big, you got the impression her nose was playing the piano. And she was so bowling, she had her drawers and a boomerang. She fell in love with Albert. She didn't mind that he was a vampire. She did many things for him. She bought him a 2-door coffin with automatic soil change. And she made him a director of a cash-and-carry blood bank. Oh, he was a nuisance. He used to hang around her neck and stick her for the drinks. But she didn't mind. Then Albert went on the wagon, because anemia was the big disease at that time in Barnsley. And he used to hang from the standard lamp, bemoaning his fate, till one night, just after November, as the mist rose slowly, like dry rot in a new house. And I've got one, the front door's always open, I can't shut the damn thing. 2 midgets from a circus came in for a packet of crisps, and Albert went, ooh! Can I have them? And his wife said, no, you can't. He said, why not? She said, you get bloody nasty when you drink shorts.